So the NBA has a problem, and Anthony Edwards is the problem. It's a good problem to have, though. See, the issue with the NBA for the last 20 years has been too much social media, too much friendliness. There's a lack of competition. There's a lack of wanting to be the alpha. And everyone's complacent with, giving the reins to LeBron or giving the reins to Curry or Durant or giving the reins to Jokic and Luka. The NBA needs an American-born superstar that could take the league by storm. We have a lot of good players in the United States. All your Trae Youngs and Kyrie and, a lot of the younger guys that came in the last 5 years. You can mention guys like Ja Morant, Zion, but at the end of the day, nobody steps up to be an alpha dog. And that's really what's going on in culture as a whole, is everyone's okay with just being another one of the guys. No one wants to be that guy. Anthony Edwards doesn't give a damn how you feel. At the end of the game, when he was waving to the Nuggets fans, waving bye to the Nuggets fans, everyone wanted to give this man so much smoke, and Jokic wanted to walk. Nobody's saying nothing to that man. Let the boy cook. It's good for the league. It's good for the culture. Anthony Edwards is a problem. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say that he's, the next MJ or the next Kobe or LeBron or Magic. I'm not going to go that far. But what I will say is the NBA needs someone that says, I'm that dude. Who's the last person in the NBA? It took LeBron almost a full 20-something year career to act like he was that guy for real. And he knew he was one of the best in the league. He knew at some points he was the best in the league. But, now more recently, LeBron's speaking out more about being, the best in the NBA. And Anthony Edwards came out with that energy day one. Now, a few things have to be said here. One, he plays on a team that has a great defensive balance. You got Rudy Gobert. You have Mike Conley. You got McDaniels. You have guys that'll step up in the clutch moments and play defense. But when it's time to win and time to put the ball in someone's hands that's going to score and win this game, Edwards is going to do it. When we're down by 15, 20 at the halftime and you need somebody to come back out of the locker room and smack the rest of the team in the face and say, yo, we got to get back into this. It's not over yet. That's Anthony Edwards. How many players under the age of 30 have that kind of veteran mentality? How many players under 30 have that killer instinct? I don't think you're going to find any of them. I grew up at a time watching basketball where, you had Allen Iverson, you had Kobe Bryant, you had Tracy McGrady, you had Michael Jordan. There was players that were okay with admitting that I'm that guy. I'm the one that's going to lead my team to the promised land. You have so many people back in the early 2000s that had that mentality. Even if Shaq and Kobe were going to take so many rings. Even if the Miami Heat with LeBron and Wade and Bosh were going to take so many, get so many rings. At the end of the day, you played with the top dog mentality. And this culture and this generation, they don't have that hunger, that fuel. So what I'm going to say is going to happen over the next season is, while I'm not sure if the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the chip this year, I still think it's going to end up being the Boston Celtics. I do think that they're well on their way. So shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Shout out to their fans. I know that y'all excited. I know that y'all turned up about last night. But Dallas is no joke, man. I'm excited for this Kyrie versus Anthony Edwards matchup. I'd love to see him switch over to Luka from time to time. I think it's going to be an amazing series. Can't wait for that. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe for more content. We're going to continue to talk about sports. We're going to continue to talk about music, culture, and everything in between. Peace.